about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open?
Stephon Diggs. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On play action. Now Rodgers. And this one too low. Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4. Look at this Buffalo defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Motion man left is Lazard. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers again now. That's complete to Cobb. Browns taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On play action, Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. That is caught. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw, it's Rodgers. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
In motion right is Wilson. Rodgers now to throw. As he releases it, and now thrown incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Rodgers wants to change the look. Rodgers now going to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown, and their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And Knox is going to have the Bills 1st down as he's brought down at the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. The Bills
Eagles at 3-7 now on the year. And they come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. Now inside the 25. Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Number 10, Allen Lazard. A gain of 30. First down.
Rodgers now on first down. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Now, these 2 teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier in the season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. Now Rodgers, a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Motion man left is Lazard. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And now another one thrown incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Slot man moves right. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Touchdown! Allen Lazard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Bills 14, Jets 10.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times our coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, here's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Option play. Here's Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st down, Rodgers going right back to Wilson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its pass through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this 1st half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Allen. And that is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So it's 3rd and 1. The defense, they stacked the box, and that's the problem. You break through that first level, there's no second level.
And most good running teams work against stacked defenses. They don't care if you have 6 in the box, 7 in the box, 8 in the box. It doesn't matter to them. Block people, give your running back a chance, because it could pay off big as it just did there.
On 1st down, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hines. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. They got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing now is Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. To the air, Allen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Allen. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
A gain of 14. 1st down, New York.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Despite the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So after the INT, it's Allen. There he goes again. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 34 yards. And the Bills Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through.
Stephon Diggs.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 54 yards.
And the Bills look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Rodgers, a free play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Here's Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills speed things up here. Rodgers now to throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd down and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did